Hello VC. Thought today I would show some recent adds to my collection. Some of these records are from eBay auction wins, some are from eBay sales, some from Amazon sales, and a few are from the last vinyl show that I attended. So when I did my David Bowie video, I indicated I thought this was in my collection. Apparently not, but it is now.
Like to take a cement fix, figure standing cinema. Dress my friends up just for show, see them as they really are.
Likewise, when I did my Talking Heads video, I indicated I was missing one of the records, and it's this one.
Where is that protection that I needed?
Picked this one up at a vinyl show.
My transparent image, smile.
Picked this next one up at a vinyl show. I really like this album. Also from the vinyl show.
Let me tell you about a place somewhere up in New York way, where the people are so gay, twisting the night away. Here they have a lot of...
Watching a video of another vinyl member, he showed this album. So as soon as he showed it, I just had to have it. It's of course Fritz the Cat.
Hey, you fucking intellectuals! You think you're so where it's at? Before you fill your minds with any junk and listen to Fritz the Cat, as writers and poets and artists, it's your duty to live life the most. So fuck out, brothers, and check out the world and give me a ride to the coast. He fought many a good man, laid many a good woman, to live life to the fullest, feel proud.
It's actually pretty good. It's sort of like funky jazz style music. Quite good. Normally I don't buy picture discs, but I had to get that one. Same vinyl member showed this one. And when he said it sounded a lot like Julie Cruz, I had to pick it up. Just to illustrate how much it sounds like Julie Cruz. Here's a Julie Cruz CD, Floating into the Night, from almost 30 years ago. Very similar vocal style, and also the music is somewhat similar in that it's very dreamy. Of course, Julie Cruz was associated with the original Twin Peaks, and if you're a real big Twin Peaks fan, you need to pick up this CD as well. Also from the vinyl show, picked up one by, I guess you would call it sort of like 80s pop music really. That's Sandy and the Sunsets. Stuff I like best by her is the stuff she did with Stephen Duffy. one of my favorite female performers. But this is her group. eBay purchase, one of my favorite bands.
I live for Brooklyn. It's great. It's great. I freaked out very, very badly. Freaked out on acid.
White vinyl pressing, which I'm not a big fan of. Another vinyl show purchase. Picked up another Hawkwind album.
Wind, carrying the ghost of every word spoken, unheard messages from beyond the fields we know, intimate with fern, stems and stone, causing sighing trees.
People like me who are big fans of the early Hawkwind albums like Warrior on the Edge, Do Re Mi, Space Ritual, this one is not too bad. Comes fairly close to some of the original sounds of the very early Hawkwind. Of course, I don't think it'll ever be as good, anything they put out recently compared to those early albums, but overall it was a pretty good album. This next album is a bit of a grail for me. It doesn't come up very often in auctions, but good for me. Not too many people bid on it. When this one came up from auction there just recently, I was the only person to bid on it, so of course I won it and got it at the starting price.
Nefertiti, reine barbare.
Of course, she's well known as one of the big Yeye girls from France in the 60s. And speaking of the Yeye scene, I had these sort of on my wish list for a number of months. Then I was watching a video by a member of the VC who showed the first one, and that sort of triggered me. I said, well, it's time to sort of pull the trigger and get these albums. So this is volume 1.
Moi, quand je sens qu'on me regarde, ça y est, je ne peux plus bouger. Et si l'on attend que je parle.
Each of these comes with a booklet. See if I can dig it out here or not, just to show you. Booklets are all in French, so you need to be able to read French, but it's basically on each artist. These albums, the Wiz series, of course, is all French artists, mostly artists from, I would say, the 60s. I recognize some of the names. They are Yeye artists, Yeye girls. That last one I showed you had Rouge Rouge on it, which is probably my favorite, one of my favorite Yeye songs. This is volume 2.
Mon amour, je t'aime. Dans les coins déserts de ton vaste cerveau, dans les gouffres sans fond de ton intelligence.
You'll note that it says psychodrama. That's not really psychedelic. That's just, I guess the music was just a little bit offbeat for the time. and that's why they're called psychodrama. Again, booklet. Page dedicated to pretty much each artist. Again, all in French. Though these are French artists, I believe the albums were pressed in Germany. Volume 3.
Il me coule entre les bras, trompeur et subtil et froid comme un serpent. Et toi?
This one is slightly different. The booklet is much larger, sort of poster style. Those are 3 very good albums worth checking out. In addition, I got a few CDs. I just want to show a couple here. This is a group that I'm a big fan of, and I've got most of their stuff that they've put out over the years. Most of it, I believe, is on CD only. I don't think a lot of the stuff was ever released on vinyl. I'm not absolutely sure, and this stuff is coming out of Europe, so it may be on vinyl in Europe and not in North America. But this group is called, if I'm pronouncing it right, Dephase, sort of like a electro jazz swing type band. And here's the first album here, Black and White Model.
If you play the fool for me, breaking every rule for me. No, you don't need no suit, no tie.
Pat Appleton is the lead singer, very good singer. Another one by them. I must have around 10 CDs by this band, and I think all of them, except for one, had to come from Europe. Mostly they come from Germany. I'm usually ordering through Amazon UK, not Amazon CA or Amazon.com. Just want to point out a couple here. There's the soundtrack. I was looking for another CD, and I happened to come across it. I hadn't listened to it in about 10 years, and so I decided to give it a spin. If you ever see this one at a flea market for $1 or something like this, I highly recommend it. I think this is absolutely fantastic music on this soundtrack. This movie was a French production. I think they made an American version of it, I think with Bridget Fonda, I'm not sure, which wasn't very successful. And they made a television show on this too, which I never saw. But the original French movie is absolutely fantastic. One really quick story, just for a bit of a laugh. Must have been, God, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago, whatever. I went into a little record store off into the suburbs. It was sort of just a satellite of the main store, which would have been in downtown Toronto. And I went in looking for a certain artist. I was pretty certain I was not going to find him in this little suburb store that was in a plaza or something like that. I looked, couldn't find it. I thought so. And so I was walking out the door. The girl behind the cash said, "Did you find everything you're looking for?" And I said, "No, but that's okay. I didn't expect to." She said, "What were you looking for?" And I said, it doesn't matter. Forget about it." She goes, "No, what were you looking for? Tell me." And I said, "No, you don't have it. I know you're not going to have it." She goes, "No, tell me. I want you to tell me what you're looking for. We might have it in the back room or something." So I said to her, "I am looking for a 900-foot Jesus."
The match makes it
She laughed so hard she almost fell off her feet onto the floor. Finally, when she managed to stop laughing, she said, "No, we don't have that CD." Duh. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day.
The match makes a graceful arc to the floor, and time stands still as I turn